Daytona International Speedway, the Daytona 250, and we are under our first caution. And while during commercial break, yes, that is the defending champion, Jack Sprague. He was one of many in a turn 2 tangle that has sent several trucks scurrying for pit lane for damage control. And Sprague looks the worse for wear. Remember, though, Sprague crashed last year at the season opener. There is Brian Refner. He's also in serious hurt. Sprague crashed last year at the first race, came back to win the championship. BP, take us through it.
Let's see if we can. Oh man. This is a live shot. Randy Renfro almost goes over as he nails Bobby Hamilton.
Manages to get it under control. That's Bobby Hamilton. This all happened right down towards pit out.
Yeah, Hamilton's going the wrong way on pit road, trying to get to pit road as he and Mike Wallace about to run into each other on pit road.
Mike Wallace missed the wreck. There you see him pulling into his pit stall. Hamilton. Amy?
Well, Mike had radioed in that he thought.
I don't know what's going on there.
Whoa! Oh, look out! We got trouble. This is going to hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Yep.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Kurt Busch almost got into the back of Ruttman getting into turn number 1 as he got off a little bit early.
Oh, big crash on the front straightaway into turn number 1. Involved in it is the 51 of Ware, also Randy McDonald. Also the 03 gets in this mix-up as well. That's Steve Prescott in his debut race.
A couple of them didn't get restarted. That's Prescott and Randy.
Oh, and Houston returns the favor and says, whoa, and now he's into him and into the wall.
See, that was really uncalled for by Marty Houston. I mean, he was 2 laps down. Look at the mess he's caused now, but he's 2 laps down. He has really no business holding up a lead lap truck, and he retaliates because he got a little bit of a bump, and this is what it caused. B.A. Wilson in the 73. The 73.
Oh, we've got a truck. Oh, big hit.
Big crash. That's Coy Gibbs in the 20 involved in this multi-truck crash. The 31 of Larry Gunselman. The 12 of Carlos Contreras. Also Lance Norrick right in the center of your screen. He's also involved in this. Well, there's Lance. Blew a motor in practice. Got in on a provisional, and it looks like his evening could be ending here on lap number 2.
What an enormous involvement it is. But here's a spin on the racetrack. 3, 4, 5 trucks involved. One truck had already been involved on the bottom of the racetrack.
Travis Quaffle. Tough break for Travis.
There's the Cat Reynolds car, truck of Mike Addington, Travis Quaffle, who was so very good in testing here back last month. Back to the green flag, being waved against again by Ron Selby.
Got a crash right in front stretch.
And a lot of trucks heavily damaged on the restart. Tolsma gets it from the front and the rear. Chuck Hosfeld's involved. Kenny Schrader is involved.
There's Larry Gunzelman in the white and the red truck, the 63 truck.
Michael Dawkins, 31.
I think that was really caused by the 31 truck. You see Chuck Hosfeld in the 50 truck with a tremendous amount of damage. The 31 truck never.
Gorgeous here, mid-70s, a little bit of a break. Whoa! And Rayfo, Ricky Hendrick loops around, and you saw Coy Gibbs trying to stop, and Riggs stayed out of the back of Gibbs, and Hendrick still slipping, and now
Trucks going everywhere.
half a dozen trucks slipping and sliding here on the tri-oval area. Hendrick has come to rest in the grass. There's damage in the 99 truck for Nathan Hoslaw. He tries to get going. Lance Norrick has gone through the grass.
We're looking at Ricky Hendrick.
The 91. Billy Bigley there in the 75 truck. Billy Bigley is involved. The 91 truck. Michael Rich hit from behind by the 54 at full speed here in turn 1. Looks like Michael was trying to avoid something, and the 54 had nowhere to go. There's the front end of the 54 truck, and they hit wide open, get it going into turn 1. Unfortunately, these trucks are built so well, but take a look at the damage. There's the Larry Cook has not.
Whoa.
Oh, trouble on the back straightaway. Hard into the wall. Goes to the 60 truck of Travis Quaffle. 5, 6, 7 trucks involved. Matt Crafton sliding sideways.
Lance Norrick in the 90 truck.
Heavy contact by Matt Crafton on the inside wall. Lance Norrick in the 90 is involved.
We got trouble off turn 4.
Several trucks involved.
It's like Randy Briggs originally.
Big hit there on the 26.
Problems getting slowed down, and so
Lance Hooper in the 01, I believe.
That's correct.
That's Lance Hooper there in the Lucas Oil 01.
86.
That's where you need us.
Some people wrecked after already should have been past it. Okay.
That's where you need the spotter, Barry. You know, that thing happened up in front. You saw the yellow truck get really loose.
Crawford got sideways, Phil, and his nose. Oh, we got one wrecking off turn 4.
Oh, a big accident on turn number 4.
Mike Skinner, the 42. Ted Musgrave, the 1.
That's a super speedway crash.
Joey Clanton in the 40. Oh, man.
59 of Randy LaJoy. Looks like the 8 maybe of Chase Montgomery.
We saw the pole sitter, Terry Cook slide through that mess without any damage.
There's Barry, Bobby Hamilton.
Set 3 is what we'll put on next, and they'll be much looser. We have a big spin right now on the racetrack, and I believe this will set up our first round of pit stops.
Big spin, Ray mentioned, and a big problem for the 18 Dickies Dodge of Chad Chaffin. He got some serious body damage as he was caught up in that accident.
Just happened to be looking right at that one, Rick. Looked like Andy Petrie got into turn 3 a little deeper than he meant to, and I think he clobbered Travis Bob.
Bobby Hamilton, and again, Bill Lester spinning and problems, a hard hit. Joe Armendia involved in Chase Montgomery in the 8. Having problems on the backstretch.
Caution flags breed caution flags, and looked like Bill had some contact from behind, got turned around, left him in the middle of the racetrack, and these trucks are going so.
Just 3 wide this early into the race going in the corner just makes it a really tough situation. You know, I'm sure the guys had a run on Dennis. Dennis was just trying to gather up what he just went through, and there you go, 3 wide.
Carl Edwards. Oh, big hit. That was Bill Lester, I believe, in the 22. Bill Lester hits hard. Travis Quapple goes down pit road. David Rudeman and Chad Chaffin also involved.
And work their way back up to the front.
Oh, Kelly Sutton gets spun around, and right behind her was the 46 of Dennis Setzer. I think he made it through. We see David Rudeman having problems.
As the 18 of Chad Chaffin on the inside.
With this accident. Outside. Travis Quapple's on the inside. He makes contact with Kid Weaver. Kid spins around right in front of the race, right in front of Robert Huffman. Robert makes contact.
Brandon Witt hits him.
Terry Cook on the outside.
Nice job
gets
by
through
Terry
there.
Cook.
Scott Lynch spins on the bottom of the racetrack. Deborah Renshaw spins on the right of your screen. You see the contact right there. Pretty hard contact. Robert Huffman hits the wall pretty hard too. You could hear that.
A 5th, a 9th, a 6th, a 6th, a 4th. And he's the only driver.
Oh, there we go.
Here's a problem. Kerry Earnhardt gets spun sideways. Problems stacking up behind him. Cars racing down pit road again. Chase Montgomery involved in this one. Regan Smith. Shiggy Hattori.
Todd Cleaver.
Problems again for Todd Cleaver. Brandon Witt makes it into the infield.
And here comes the trucks by that laid back. You see Jack Sprague, Steve Park, Casey Atwood. They all laid back. Bobby Hamilton. Still bouncing around.
Whoa, Brendan Gaughan.
There he goes, into the wall.
Brendan Gaughan up into the wall, and problems with Mike Skinner as well.
David Rudeman's the first truck to get through there.
Most everybody else made it. Did Brendan have a flat, you think?
I'm not sure. I saw him doing a lot of steering with that truck.
It's a possibility that he got together with another truck and maybe had a flat. Bobby Hamilton says, okay, check that mark off.
Yeah.
Another good decision.
Another great move. He was a champ.
Bobby Hamilton makes the pass, and problems right as they go across the start-finish line. Another big crash as they go across the start-finish line, and the white flag had come out as they cross the start-finish line. That will mean, I believe, Bobby Hamilton will win the Florida Dodge Dealers 250.
In the spring race last year and the fall race, and it really took away that outside groove a little bit. We got trouble already. Turn
Brad Keselowski gets spun around, taking up with him Chase Montgomery in the 18, the 50 of Todd Cleaver, the 8 of Deborah Renshaw.
Wow.
And it looked as though Brad Keselowski was coming into turn 1 and got on the brakes, and the rear brakes locked up and spun around on him.
Well, when there's not a lot of temperature in the brakes yet, that can happen to you. You have to be real careful with your brakes early in the going. Braking is such an important factor here at Martinsville, and
move their way through turn 2 and down the backstretch.
Remember, Ron Hornaday has been on this racetrack already.
12.
The 12 of Robert Huffman.
The 65 of Regan Smith. Johnny Benson, the 23 truck.
Wow, what happened, Phil?
Boy, I don't know. They just, again, most of these drivers sat and watched the Busch race 200 miles.
This track is in great shape. There's no reason to have a crash on the first lap, or you can't blame it on the track. It had to be a mistake.
Rewind racing. Problem smoking coming out. That's the 04 of Bobby Hamilton. Oh, and some hard contact there. Chase Montgomery also involved in this.
Brendan Gaughan was involved, and I think Boris, the 14, was involved. A lot of damage to the 18 truck of Chase Montgomery. That's Brendan Gaughan, the yellow truck, against the outside wall. You see Bobby Hamilton on the inside of your racetrack with his truck backwards. Our runner-up right now in the point standings.
Unbelievable.
Trucks. They're going every which way. Stacking up this short half mile. Ricky Craven getting almost into the wall. Looks like a little bit of damage to that right front.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of damage to the 99 truck. What a horrible, this past 8 races this has been for Ricky Craven. 0 top 10s in the last 8 races for Ricky Craven, and you can see the damage on that Super Chips truck. Look at Bobby Hamilton.
There's Amarola.
Cuts down the right front tire. That's Craig Kinzer.
I'm sorry.
47.
How did this happen?
There's Mike Wallace. Remember, we saw him running in the top 3 positions. There's the 15 of Kyle Krisaloff.
He gets out without too much damage. I just don't understand. What? Oh, Joey Miller, bad crash. Look at the front of that truck, Phil.
Matt Crafton gets caught up by Brad Keselowski. You see the 75 of Eric Almirola go by already with some damage.
Off again, exiting turn 2. Brendan. No, Brendan just got high.
Got high, made some contact with Terry Cook. There's the 4 of Chase Miller making his first start. He got involved in it. Mark Martin got involved. He makes some contact with the outside wall, and along came the 21 of Bobby East.
Oh, we got a crash.
Joey Clanton has come. He tried to slow down to get onto pit road, and in doing so, he has caused a melee behind him.
Is that Ken Schrader? That's Ken Schrader just going out of our screen. There's Tyler Walker right there, the 36. There's Craig Kinzer, the 47, spinning around.
Fight back on the outside. Oh, it'll get a little. Hard. That's going to cause a crash.
Clint Boyer into the wall hard. The 77 into the wall hard. And we don't get done with first lap, and already
there's a 60 of Jack Sprague, a point contender, also involved.
Sprague had dropped to 6 in the points.
And you know the crazy thing, Phil, Brendan Gaughan qualifies in the top 5. I mean, he qualifies up front. Finally, he usually qualifies in the back. What happens? Big crash right there.
Hanging out the back, right side, starts all the way.
To get a little momentum.
He's coming in pit.
Oh, problems for Jack Sprague. He's going to slide in front of the field. Right into the trioval they go. Jack Sprague slides into the infield and catches about 3 or 4 trucks. One of those being the 33 of Ron Hornaday.
Ron Hornaday got caught. There's Eric Donnell, made hard contact with the inside wall.
6 of Travis Quapple's got big damage.
There's the 6 of Travis Quapple. A lot of good trucks involved there. Ron Hornaday definitely got a piece of that with a right rear corner. Conservative getting in the corner, but then he wants to get in that throttle and beat Jack Sprague off the corner. Oh, spin.
Problems hard. There is the 07. And we just heard, again, another hit. That was the 09 of Joey Clanton.
Wow.
07 of Tim Sauter got turned around. Joey Clanton came in and hit hard. Red flag is now out on the racetrack.
Right away, you see the 99 of Eric Donnell involved also. We've got the 09 Joey Clanton. The 15 of Denny Hamlin is also there. Jason Leffler, the 1 truck.
He stays high, though. Oh, and he gets turned a little bit as they come in. He will get turned by Jack Sprague. Right in front of the field they go. The wreck will happen once again. And that will be it, because we do only try 1 attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Look at the damage to this number 8 Chevy. Unbelievable. Ted Musgrave.
That's your winner right there.
Will come out of this in front, and he will end up the
thing a bounce spun out with it.
There's the problem right there. Kyle Busch, Mike Skinner get into it. The big one happens behind him.
So Rick Crawford just could do. That's P.J. Jones right there, the 63 truck. That was on fire.
I can't believe how crazy they were.
Wow, that's
flames blowing.
That's P.J. Jones
over
right there.
the top of P.J. Jones's truck.
Looked like he already had the window net down. He's going to try to get to. There's Kyle Busch going through the infield. Chad Chaffin right behind P.J.
Did you see Rick Crawford slip through there?
Yeah, I sure did. There's
everybody's mind right now. They're already 3 wide again.
Yeah, they're racing. They're racing.
Early on, too. The 71 of Mike Bliss goes up the racetrack. He was hit. And now Colin Brown in the 6 is involved in this one.
There was contact with the 09 of Joey Clanton, and I think maybe the 71 of Mike Bliss that may have precipitated this. A lot of damage there to Colin Brown's truck.
Really loose, slides through that corner.
Oh, problem. Jack Sprague's going to slide right in front of the field, and here they go. Coming out of turn 4, a melee.
See Ron Hornaday involved, Brendan Gaughan involved in that 10 truck, Brian Scott's involved, David Starr of that 11 truck, Colin Brown with such a great run, he's also involved.
Stay in that position so he can get the next Aaron's Lucky Dog if we have one. Ooh, trouble, and here comes an Aaron's Lucky Dog right now.
Problems there. It looks as though 3 different trucks involved and more starting to pile up behind them.
Completely blocked the racetrack. You see all these guys stopping. You see Colin Brown had a top 10 run going. There's Terry Cook. He's involved. You see a left front tire cut down on his Weiler.com Toyota. There's Jason White.
To keep your truck up under you when you've got another truck on.
Problems already. There goes Ron Hornaday. He turns around. Into the wall he goes. The left front of the truck. And problems with the 71 getting into him as well.
Johnny Benson got a piece of that. He got a piece of Ron Hornaday.
Johnny Benson, yes, on the right side of that truck, more damage. These 2 trucks separated by just 6 points, and they didn't even make it to the start. On his outside, and they continue 3-1.
Oh, we got a crash in the tri-oval. James Busher got turned. Big crash.
Oh, and now coming up behind him, we've got quite a few more trucks that are moving into the smoke and can't see where they're going.
Johnny
Benson, one of those trucks.
Ricky Carmichael got hit. That was just a situation where Busher had gotten touched in the left rear quarter panel. I was watching this develop.
Yeah, that's Johnny Benson saying, sorry, fellas, we're done.
James Busher was running second.
09 trying to make his move to the outside, and we have trouble on the back straightaway.
Problems for the 14 and the 5. Now they all bottle up behind them. The 16's into the wall. Hornaday, your championship leader, is into the wall. A lot of damage on the back stretch. Oh, and Max Pappas gets into the 5 of Mike Skinner as they're slowing down the back stretch.
Wow.
Johnny Sauter was trying to get back in line in the middle. There was some contact made.
What happened off turn 2?